Hello guys and welcome to Invested. In today's video, we're going to talk about Zomato. Started in 2008 as a food discovery platform, today along with Swiggy is the last man standing in the food delivery business. When Zomato entered food delivery market in 2017, it was already an overcrowded space with players like Foodpanda, Ola, Skutsi, Swiggy and other VC funded companies battling it out. Now, over the years, after a lot of cash burn, most of these companies have either shut down or been acquired. Despite its late entry and such fierce competition, today Zomato and Swiggy are basically the market. Now, the company recently filed its DRHP for an IPO of 8,250 crores. Let's see what the business is all about. So, Zomato has four sources of revenue: food delivery, dining out, Hyperpure, and Zomato Pro. Now, most of you already know a lot about this, but let's dive deeper. Now, this is how it all started. Zomato originally launched as a restaurant discovery platform. Customers here can look up restaurants, read and write reviews, book a table. Today is the largest restaurant listing and online reservation platform in India with 3.5 lakh active restaurant listings. Out of these, about 8,000 plus restaurants pay them advertising for enhanced visibility on the platform. So Zomato doesn't give a breakup of the segmental revenue, but from whatever we could gather, this segment should not contribute more than 5% of the total revenue. And this segment is still recovering because of the COVID effect. Now let's understand the flow of money through unit economics. When a customer places an online order, Zomato earns a commission. On an average, this works out to be about 18%. Customer delivery charge is what's paid by the customer when placing an order. Delivery cost is what Zomato pays the rider. Variable costs are payment gateway charges, insurance, support cost, etc. So on your left, we have 2020 numbers. But for the last fiscal, Zomato has only declared numbers till December. So we'll work with that. The numbers you see on the price tags are the average order per value for the respective years. So what can we learn from comparing these numbers? Commissions have gone up. Customer delivery charge has also gone up. Delivery cost, however, has gone down. Discounts, which all customers love, have gone down significantly, right? From 21.7 to 7.3. All this has led to a positive contribution of 22.9 for the first time. Contribution is nothing but these total revenue minus total cost. So looking at this, you may think that Zomato is finally in the green. But this excludes marketing, branding, and other fixed operating costs. If we consider those, then they're still a loss-making company. So is the competitor Swiggy. We'll talk about the losses later. Now, even though they have about 3.5 lakh restaurants in its search and discovery business, its food delivery business has a mere 1.3 lakhs. So there's still room for more restaurant onboarding. The growth here has been phenomenal. So you see the gross ordered value, which is the total value of all orders, has grown more than 8 times from FY18 to FY20. 9-month figures, however, don't look so impressive. Partly this is because of COVID. The initial months people were ordering, but things have recovered since then. And in fact, in the third quarter of fiscal 21, they recorded the highest GOV. Now, even after a full recovery, the growth that they experienced between FY18 to FY20 is unlikely to be repeated. It will still be strong, but don't expect a repeat performance here. See, a lot of this growth came from competition going away, Zomato adding new markets with a lot of first-time users and a low base. So the low-hanging fruit has already been plucked, but there's still room to grow because market penetration is still very low. Now, this is from Zomato's IPO prospectus. As you can see here, restaurant food as a percentage of food consumption in India is just 10% compared to 58% in China. So there's plenty of room to grow, but most of it will have to come from the smaller cities because that's where the adoption rate is low. Plus, female participation in our workforce is just 20%. Over time, women participation will go up, meaning more food delivery. More people will move to cities, nuclearization of households will happen. All this will further catalyze this trend of ordering food. But the question is, at what pace will all this happen? It can happen in 5 years or 50 years. Because there are cultural reasons as to why Indians don't order food that much. You have your gender stereotypes, health perception of outside food. So you're essentially asking for a change in consumer behavior, which is a tough ask. So GOV retention by cohorts. So let me quickly explain what this slide means. So in 2017, the customers that Zomato onboarded, after 4 years, now spend 3x on the platform, right? Similarly, customers that came on board on 2018, after 2 years, that would be 2020, spend 2.7x on the platform. So this slide pretty much tells you about how much more the customers spend over a period of time. This business segment looks very interesting to us. So Hyperpure is a one-stop procurement solution for restaurants where food ingredients are procured directly from the source. For example, vegetables are sourced from farmers that don't use pesticides. Poultry is procured from farms that ensure that the chicken is antibiotic residue free. So restaurants ordering supplies through Hyperpure get a Hyperpure Insight tag on the Zomato page, and customer gets an assurance of high quality and safety. Also, this makes the supply chains of restaurants more effective. Any restaurant owner will tell you how much time and energy is spent in sourcing. Now a restaurant can order supplies online. Inventory management becomes easy because you can forecast demand using machine learning and avoid overstocking. Globally, this sourcing of foods and ingredients for restaurants is a big business, but in India, it is still at a very nascent stage. But it has the potential to be a big opportunity for them. Now, most of you guys already know about this. Zomato Pro is the loyalty program which gives discounts for members at select restaurants for a membership fee. Zomato Pro restaurants choose and fund the percentage discount available to the Pro members. The program also allows these restaurants to market themselves to a select audience. So as of December 2020, they had about 1.4 million Pro members and over 25,000 Pro restaurants, which is just about 20% of the total active restaurants on the food delivery platform. Now guys, I'm going to spend a few minutes talking about Amazon's flywheel to understand Zomato's business strategy. Now guys, if you already understand this concept, feel free to skip this part of the video. So in any industry where there's not much of a difference between different companies' product offerings, then all that a customer cares about is low prices. This is when companies have to build a network effect. So network effect in a simplest sense means more usage benefits all users and makes the network stronger. Think about Facebook, Twitter, Airbnb or Amazon. Now let's understand network effect through Amazon's flywheel, which everyone can relate to. Now, more sellers on Amazon lead to more choices, which attract more customers, which lead to more traffic, which further attract new sellers, which further increases choices, and on and on. So you can see how each part of this flywheel helps build business momentum. This also leads to economies of scale, which drive efficiencies, thus reducing delivery cost and making goods even cheaper. So every part of the flywheel fuels the other and thus creates a network effect. Now let's consider Zomato's dining out and food delivery platform. Now, dining out platform consists of customer generated content. I'm talking about reviews, ratings and photos posted by customers. Now more content leads to more customers visiting the platform, and more customer leads to more content. This also attracts new restaurants, which in turn attracts new customers, thus creating a strong flywheel. Now a similar thing also happens in the food delivery business. More customer increases the number of food orders, in turn leading to more restaurants coming to the platform. Also, a lot of visitors on the dining out platform can become customers on the food delivery platform. So this is the power of the network. So it's a positive feedback loop that accelerates the growth of a business, and because of this, 69% of the new customers acquired by Zomato are organic and not through any paid advertisements. Now, word of caution, guys, there's a major difference between Zomato and Amazon's network effect. See, a restaurant in Mumbai can't satisfy a hungry customer in Delhi. So, to that extent, Zomato's network effect is somewhat limited by geography. Now, guys, as this is a loss-making business, let's look at the major cost for Zomato. Because revenue is not a problem here, it's the cost that we need to focus on to see if this can be profitable at some stage. Before that, I want to bring your attention to the statement that I got from the DRHP. We have incurred restated loss for the period, so on so on. We expect our costs to increase over time and our losses will continue. This statement alone tells you about where this business is headed. To your left, you can see advertisement promotional expense. This includes Zomato funded discounts, marketing and branding costs, refunds made to the restaurant partners. As a percentage of revenue, this number has gone down. From 88, it's gone down all the way to 22%. But we do expect this number to go up in the future. Outsourced support cost is basically what Zomato pays its riders. Now, this as a percentage of income has come down from 95% to 26%. Similarly, employee cost, which was 43% in FY19, has now come down to 40% as a total percentage of income. So the trend is good, but still, in terms of absolute numbers, these are still pretty high numbers. So here's our take on it. To the credit, Zomato has built a robust network with strong hyperlocal delivery system. But this is a business with low barriers to entry, where customers will shift to the lowest cost provider. Now, people call it food tech, but to us, tech is scalable. Google, Facebook, or YouTube can double revenues without doubling the workforce. But that's not the case with Zomato. And we have looked at companies across the globe, be it Grubhub, DoorDash, Deliveroo, Meishun in China, and no one is making any real money here. Now, things could be different for Zomato due to low market penetration, but it's too early to call it, and there are threats lurking on the horizon. One of them is direct ordering platforms. Previously, there have been a lot of protests by restaurants against the fees charged by Zomato and Swiggy without much success. Now, that discontent has led to the rise of direct ordering platforms. These startups provide a platform to take online orders, and commissions are as low as 3% in some cases. Delivery of food can be via own riders or third-party agents like Dunzo or VFast. Now, besides lower commissions, there's another reason for restaurants choosing these startups. Zomato and Swiggy don't share customer data with these restaurants. But with data, restaurants can learn about customer preferences and accordingly tweak their menus. Now, of course, a customer would naturally prefer ordering through Zomato because of the convenience, but customers also like low prices. And because restaurants are paying lower commissions, they can lower prices. Now, none of these companies are big enough to threaten the duopoly of Zomato and Swiggy right now. And I don't see them as a direct competitor, but over time, they could take away some market share here. Then we have Amazon Food. Now, just when everyone thought food delivery was going to be a duopoly, Amazon entered the market with Amazon Food last year. Currently, its operations are restricted to Bangalore, but the only way for Amazon to get market share here is to offer high discounts like Zomato and Swiggy did in the earlier days, and I think Amazon is going to go that way. And who doesn't like discounts? Now, of course, handling of food is not like delivering goods. Last mile delivery is different. Food deliveries can't be late by 30 minutes, but I don't think Amazon is going to have a problem here with its deep pockets. So as long as Amazon is in the mix, we may see a prolonged period of cash burn by all the players. And this poses a risk to Zomato's road to profitability. For Zomato to be profitable, they'll have to be more than just a plain old food delivery platform. And we're seeing signs of that. They are moving into adjacencies like nutritional products. There's talk of them investing 100 million in Gophers, and in the future they may choose to deliver other things as well. But personally, for me, Amazon's entry changes everything. For me to be interested here, Amazon has to fail, and I'm not gonna bet against Amazon. So for now, I'd rather be a customer than an investor. However, there's going to be a lot of excitement around this IPO, and overall liquidity and strong positive sentiments in the market could help an investor make money here in the short term. But please do your own research before investing. So guys, thank you for watching. If you liked our content, please subscribe. And if you have any questions, please let us know in the comment section below. See you next week.